Speaking of Zika, in our monthly checkup today, we're talking about the virus, which has been in the news lately and causing quite a bit of concern, primarily because of its link to birth defects. We have with us today Dr. Benjamin Chan, who's New Hampshire's state epidemiologist, and welcome. Thanks for coming in to talk about this today. And let's start right in the beginning here. What are we talking about when we're talking about the Zika virus?
So as you say, Zika is a virus. It's transmitted through the bite of a certain type of mosquito called an Aedes mosquito. Now, we don't have these mosquitoes in New Hampshire, so people cannot get this infection in New Hampshire. They get it when they travel overseas to areas where the virus is being transmitted through mosquitoes. It is not a new virus. It's been around since the 1940s when it was identified in Africa.
Is that right? Okay.
And it's been circulating in the Africa-Asian area since then until about 2015 when it was identified in Brazil and in the Americas. And since then it's spread like wildfire. It's been through multiple countries in South America, Central America,
it's getting closer to Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah, so it's Mexico, it's been identified, Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands. It has not been identified in the continental United States other than in returning travelers from these areas. It's important to note that in the majority of people, this does not cause any serious or life-threatening infection. The CDC estimates that 4 out of 5 people do not have any symptoms, and if people do develop symptoms, they tend to be very mild symptoms. So fever, rash, pink eye, conjunctivitis, muscle aches and joint pains. The concerning thing is in pregnant women.
Okay.
And since the virus has come to Brazil, there's been a noted increase in cases of what's called microcephaly, meaning babies born with a small head or brain size in pregnant women that were thought to have been infected with the Zika virus.
So this made headlines here when a couple of U.S. women's soccer players on the Olympic team decided to opt out of Brazil. So this is being taken very seriously, and that's actually probably going to bring a lot more notoriety to it or attention.
Right. Yep, and it's actually getting a lot of media attention because of the impact to pregnant women and their developing babies. And because of this, the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, has put out very specific guidelines for how to monitor and how to test pregnant women and how to prevent infection. And
we're not really worried about mosquitoes in New Hampshire at this moment.
Correct.
It is freezing up. But what steps should New Hampshire residents take for the next coming months when the mosquitoes will come back?
That's a good question. And again, this is mainly in people that travel to areas where this virus is being transmitted. So any person that's planning on traveling, especially if they're pregnant or thinking about becoming pregnant, should talk to their healthcare providers. Pregnant women should postpone or consider postponing travel to any of these areas. Anybody that does travel, pregnant women, men, should take strict precautions to avoid mosquito bites. This includes not only insect repellents, but also wearing long sleeves and pants, staying indoors with screens, and using bed nets and that sort of thing.
All right. Dr. Benjamin Chan, a Concord native, thank you so much.
Pleasure, thank you.
All right.